Hello again to Joy News Desk. Now let's talk about judicial corruption, which Anas has been serializing on his Facebook page. Now he has written about Human Rights Court Judge Justice Essel Mensah, and what he's talking about is justice being for sale. Felix Akoyam has been reading his Facebook page, getting details, and joins us in the studio. Felix, now take us from the scratch. What is he saying about Justice Essel Mensah?
I mean, essentially, there's a murder case that was filed at the Human Rights Court, and you know that Justice Essel Mensah is one of the human rights judges there. And Anas says, I mean, he didn't know any of the parties in this case. I mean, the complainant and even the accused, you know. And so what he sought to do was try to find out whether or not it was possible to, you know, try and, you know, bribe a judge, you know, in a murder case.
Try and confirm whether or not indeed they are corrupt judges.
And it's even whether or not it's possible to even, I mean, get someone out of jail in a murder case. And, you know, murder cases are serious cases. I mean, even getting bail for people involved in murder is very difficult. And so he tried using a connection man, which, I mean, he described as a connection
Hold that
man.
thought. Before we get to the middleman, who we are familiar with already from the first release, King Gabriel, the first release he did. But let's try and get a quick understanding of the case proper. What ensued between the suspects or the murderer and the deceased?
There's one guy called Niba. He had a long-standing dispute. It was a land dispute between him and the deceased. And apparently, they attacked the deceased on one day. Both parties sustained various degrees of injuries. Following that, they went back to attack him again, which led to the deceased.
When he was driving in a taxi and they pulled him out and cut him up.
Yeah.
And he died at the hospital.
He died at the hospital. And indeed, I mean, the facts of the case goes to suggest that the medical report indicates that the guy died as a result of the machete wounds he suffered. You know, so
this is the case. It's at the High Court. Justice Essel Mensah is sitting on it. And Nas wants to find out if he's a corrupt judge or not. He contacts King Gabriel.
King Gabriel, the clerk. I mean, he's a clerk at the High Court. And Anas indeed mentions that he didn't know any of these individuals involved in this case. So he contacted King Gabriel once again. I'm through one of his other investigative, you know, partners, and King Gabriel indeed, you know, indicated that it was possible to, you know, get to Justice Essel Mensah to, you know, try and convince him to, if not even acquit the suspect involved, reduce his sentence. So they met the judge himself, but the Justice Essel Mensah indicated to them that he'd already discussed this case with the lawyer for the accused. You know, and essentially the judge said that the accuser's lawyer is his friend, and I mean, which goes in a way to suggest that he tried doing something about the case, but he himself admitted that this is a murder case.
It seems the judge was trying to broker a deal with the lawyer.
A deal with the lawyer,
to probably set him free or reduce the sentence.
Or reduce the sentence, but the judge himself, I mean, said that it was a tough one for him.
But the judge also said something interesting or something important about the evidence in this case. What did he say?
I mean, he indicated that the evidence before him was overwhelming. And I mean, in this instance, it's difficult for you to really turn things around for the suspect. And so I think King Gabriel, in this instance, still tried convincing him. There was an exchange of money here.
How much are we talking about?
We're talking about 5,000 cedis, which initially Justice Essel Mensah tried declining this offer, but he eventually took the money.
Was it that he wanted more?
Not that he wanted more. He just wanted to be cautious because he had not done, I mean, anything yet. And so, quite apart from that, Gabriel also took his cut, and that's where, I mean, everything.
There are pictures on Anas's page.
Yeah, there are pictures of this
King Gabriel
on Anas's Facebook page. And I mean, the point that Anas is trying to make is that this is a human rights court, and for him in Justice Essel Mensah's court, it's if you have money, then whether you are accused, you can be set free even if you are accused in this justice cause. And it's also important to mention that Justice Essel Mensah has sat on a lot of high-profile cases in this country. You talk of that the Holder cocaine turned baking soda case, the KKD case recently. He also, sat on that case. Quite apart from that, the Kennedy-Japan case.
Those would be speculations, but it's hard not for the public to try and draw links between the cases, looking at what is happening.
But these are other high-profile cases. He's, sat on as a judge of the High Court.
Okay, so you can go to Anas's Facebook page and read the full details and also get to look at the pictures. But Felix is staying with us. Felix, there's another issue that you've been looking at. This is about Justice Peter Derry, and he's filed an injunction against the Accra International Conference Center. He's trying to stop the public airing of the 3-hour video by Anas.
Yeah, his lawyers, they are seeking some reliefs, and one of the key reliefs they are seeking is that they want, the court to place an injunction on the airing of this footage. What they are arguing is that even before, there is a hearing that's ongoing currently, and so if you allow this footage to be aired, people are going to draw conclusions, and it will violate their rights to, to be heard before even conclusions are made, because, people are already making conclusions already.
Doing that.
And
but
so that's one of the reliefs they are seeking.
Quickly take us through others.
Quickly, apart from that too, they are also seeking a declaration that Anas did not use, the right means to get whatever information he got, through this investigative piece.
That he was unlawfully recorded.
Recorded. And it will be interesting to see how it will pan out, because, this also deals with freedom of, the media. Right to publish and not to publish. It's to publish or not to publish appears to be, in the future, it'll be a test for journalism in this country, especially it will be, because for investigative journalism, what we all do know is that when the issue borders on public interest, the public interest remains supreme over the privacy of the individual. Because
Felix is already sounding like a lawyer, but it's interesting if he goes ahead to try and stop the conference center from showing this video, can he stop people from circulating it virally on social media, on the internet?
Our law books, I'm yet to see any law that says that you can't, upload such footage on social media. I don't think we've revised our laws to reflect
I'm not aware of any law.
Yeah, and it will be interesting, because there are people who are even arguing that Anas can even allow someone in the US to upload it on YouTube if you say we shouldn't even upload it in Ghana here. Anyway. So
we'll monitor the injunction by Justice Derry, see how it goes, and we'll keep our eyes also on the Facebook page of Anas. Thank you very much, Felix Akoyam, for the details.